And welcome in. We're about to get started here. Hun School Field Hockey taking on the Peddie Falcons here at Senior Day for the Hun School Raiders in this Maple Prep A game. And Julie Fassel set to take the face-off here for the Raiders. Peddie coming in at 9-4-1. The Hun School at 6-10-1 on the year. So Peddie's going to start with it here, and we're off. Starting off a big day here at the Hun School, welcoming in the Peddie Falcons for a number of varsity, JV, and thirds team athletics. As you see, Gabby Cifelli fighting for it here, and the whistle will go to Peddie. Knocking it away, Kelly Coyle, a standout senior captain for the Peddie Falcons from Cranberry, New Jersey, number 14. She'll be all over the field, as will be Julie Fassel, who is on her way to gaining some serious accolades here for the Hun Raiders. Just over 29 minutes to go here. Our clock counts up. So sorry for that inconvenience, but it's just how things work here. So we have two 30-minute halves, pretty much running time. And the clock will now tick down to about just 29 minutes to go here in the first half. Hun, as we said, 6-10-1 on the year. Started off on fire and are starting to play a little bit better in some of their recent games as the seniors have really picked up their effort. Shannon Dargan in net, one of the captains here for this Hun team. Dargan kicks this one away. Another opportunity there, but Dargan comes out, tries to kick this one away as well. And the defense is doing a great job here for Hun as this one gets poked out. We have a whistle, and this will be, I believe, this will be a corner for the Falcons. We have a miss hit here and another opportunity for the Falcons. So corner opportunity for the Falcons early here in this game. 28 minutes to go here. Doing the honors for the Falcons. There's Drew Washington getting it out. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Mariah Speller. Really athletic sophomore from Newtown, Pennsylvania. Mother, Mrs. Speller, works at the George School. Stepfather, Mike Agosto, works in the admissions department for Peddie. Two awesome people. Head coach for the Hun Raiders, Kathy Quirk, in her 10th season here as a field hockey coach. She's been a softball coach for, I think, 41 years. This will be her 41st season at the helm for the softball team. Kathy Quirk, the associate athletic director here as well. Her assistant coaches, Bethany Lafredo and Rosin Doherty. On the Peddie side, head coach Allie Treese, wife of Eric Treese, the head baseball coach for the Falcons, and Allie Kittle as well, an assistant coach for the Peddie Falcons, former Hun School employee, teacher, coach. Again, it is Senior Day, honoring some of the seniors here on the Hun School. Marissa Kay, Tatiana Swain, Katie Consoli, Christina Sickmuller, Maura Kelly, Gabby Cifelli, Charlotte Stout, Megan Ward, Sierra Hessinger, and Shannon Dargan. Most of the action has taken place in the Hun zone here, so that's Marissa Kay on the far side of the field trying to get things going for the Raiders. Here comes Julie Fassel. Fassel, one of the most athletic people on the field, maybe even the entire day today, including some of the football players. Fassel playing field hockey, basketball, and a really good softball player as well. She's a great catcher for the softball team here. And she is the, no doubt, leader of this field hockey team. Only a junior here at Hun, has really embraced the Hun community and has done a phenomenal job on and off the field. Fighting for possession at midfield are the Falcons and the Raiders. For Peddie, that's number 6, Madison Schoonmaker, one of the captains on this Falcon team. A really impressive hit by Sarah Van Kralingen from Short Hills, New Jersey, another senior for the Falcons. And Van Kralingen is going to try to knock this one towards the goal once again. Dargan has been up to the task so far here today. This one will sail out of bounds, and a nice defensive stand there for the Raiders. Let's see if the Raiders can get anything going offensively here. They have some serious weapons once it gets down to that side of the field. Oh, and a miss hit here. I believe that was Maura Kelly. It could lead to an opportunity here for the Falcons. Kelly gets a body on Schoonmaker. That is not allowed. So we'll have another corner here for Peddie. 2 corner attempts so far here in the game. We have about 24 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Mariah Speller gets it to Coyle. Coyle, leading scorer on this Peddie team. A nice backhand knocked away by Dargan. And they're going to have to hand this one over to Hun. Another great job by the Raiders withstanding that corner attempt. Van Kralingen with an interception. And try to work it towards the center of the field. She's got Speller who works it ahead, looking for Drew Washington. And a whistle against Peddie, and it will go over to Hun. Here comes Maura Kelly. Maura Kelly also potentially awaiting some hardware, some postseason hardware. She has had a pretty outstanding season for this Raider team. No score yet. This is our first game of 4 varsity games. We'll be streaming 2 of them. This one, the field hockey game, and then the football game at 3:30. And here's some life for the Raiders. Christina Sickmuller trying to get something going here. Christina, I believe, also in the jazz combo. She is an outstanding flute player. Along with one of our producers, Grant Versfeld, on the drums last night, performing at the Halloween concert, which was a lot of fun. Tore the house down with some Ghostbusters and Monster Mash. The Raiders have it here at midfield. Sickmuller is trying to get it to Fassel. Also on the other side is Tatiana Swain. And this one knocked all the way downfield. A really, really nice hit by Peddie. Hun trying to clear it out. Amy Winnick for the Falcons. Maura Kelly here for the Raiders. It's it through the wickets of Winnick. Kelly tries to knock this one back into play. She can't do it, so it'll be handed back over to Peddie. Peddie on the attack for most of this first half. Unable to do a nice job defensively. To stop some of their scoring opportunities. Before the game, the Hunt School were donning shirts with a picture of their head coach, Kathy Quirk, on the chest. Pretty nice effort for a staple here at the Hunt School. Kathy Quirk, part of the Mercer County Softball Hall of Fame. She will be honored at the Trenton Select 42nd Annual Dinner, along with Tom McCarthy, the play-by-play broadcaster for the Philadelphia Phillies, so that's a really nice honor. And trying to lead her team to some successful play here down the stretch. Here we go. Ball down into deep into Peddie territory for the first time today. Giving chase is Cifelli. We have Consoli trying to poke at it. Fassel now knocks it all the way downfield to Cifelli. Cifelli trying to get it to Sickmuller. And it'll be handed back over to Peddie. Fassel with some nice defense. Tries to strip it away. And we have another whistle. That's Charlotte Stout, one of the seniors here for the Hun Raiders, trying to work it down the sideline, looking for Swain, and it'll go out of bounds. Coyle with it now, gets it through K, and works it down to her teammates. Sickmuller on the far sideline, trying to play some D. Megan Ward as well in the mix. And a corner opportunity upcoming for the Falcons. Van Kralingen will no doubt be looking for Kelly Coyle here. Coyle wearing number 14. Doesn't quite get to her. Consoli tries to pick it off. But either way, it will be Hun ball. Here's more Kelly. Nice job getting it downfield. Sickmuller fighting for it. Sickmuller unable to play in the Mercer County tournament, game that we had recorded a couple weeks ago against Ewing. She is a postgraduate, but has really embraced the Hun community, is involved in a lot of different activities here. One of the better field hockey players. She's a great athlete, a great musician, really a well-rounded individual here at the Hun School, and Hun's happy to have her for sure. Dargan comes out of net, and this one sails just to the left of the cage. Risky move by Dargan. Hun able to get away with one here. Consoli fighting for it. Fassel sends it downfield. Does not get past midfield as Van Kralingen is able to secure it for the Falcons. We have a whistle, and it will be Peddie ball. Fassel working on Van Kralingen. A nice stop by Kelly. Kelly so valuable on that defensive end. Here comes Sickmuller. Fassel fighting for it with Coyle, the two leading scorers on each team. And a whistle will go against Fassel. So here comes Coyle with it. She's got some space, and she's got some teammates. Coyle working it all the way downfield. Fires this one towards the goal. Knocked away. Van Kralian going to inbound it here for the Falcons. Tries to go baseline here. And we have a whistle, but it'll be handball, I believe. Kelly doing such a great job of just positioning her body and really just bailing the Raiders out here on defense, as most of the first half here has been spent in the Raider defensive zone, but Maura Kelly has been right at the center of being able to knock away some of these attempts for Peddie. Fassel's going to crush this one all the way beyond midfield, and it'll sail out of bounds, but a breath of fresh air as they get to breathe a little bit here. And not have to deal with this Peddie offensive attack that deep into their own zone. I think we have a card down here on the field, and we will continue play. Kelly going to work this one inbounds for the Raiders. Mariah Speller does a great job of getting it back for the Falcons, but it goes back into the stick of Sickmuller. Kelly Coyle working her way towards the goal. And a corner opportunity here for Peddie. This will be their fourth one on the game. Hunt has been up to the task every time. Katie Consoli putting on her face mask here. A little protective gear. She's getting set to defend this corner. Speller with a beautiful pass out to Coyle. Coyle mishandles it. Coyle with the shot towards net. A diving stop by Dargan. Speller looking for it. Loose in the middle. Knocked away by Ward. Or that's Stout. I'm sorry. Charlotte Stout with a great defensive job for the Raiders, getting it out of harm's way. And it'll be Raider ball. This Raider defense is doing a fantastic job trying to get some energy going for this Raider offense. Fassel. Let's get it down to Swain. Here's Sickmuller. And a whistle will give it back to Peddie. On the far sideline, Fassel fighting for it. Fassel pesky enough to get it back to the Raiders. Chasing after it, knocked away by Peddie. Sickmuller now fighting for position, and she'll get possession here for the Raiders. Hun still yet to have a shot attempt here, doing most of their work on the defensive side. Just about 10.5 to go here in the first half. Hun with the ball deep into the Peddie territory for the first time really here today. Marissa Kay giving chase. On the far sideline, that's Madison Schoonmaker for the Falcons. One of the captains on this Peddie team. Alex Finelli will now take over. Finelli working down the sideline. Kelly gets in front and forces it out of bounds. Hun will now have a chance to set up their defense. That has been doing such a great job today. Phenomenal effort out of this Hun defense led by Maura Kelly. Schoonmaker to inbound it. Marissa Kay knocks it away from Coyle, but Peddie will get the ball back. Van Kralingen with an attempt goes out of bounds, so this will go back to Hun. Hun trying to get something going here on offense. Here comes Kelly. Kelly with it, and nearly gets it taken away by Speller. That was Hessinger. Fassel and Cifelli. Van Kralingen wins it. Tries to get it to the middle of the field. This one gets knocked away by Sickmuller. Fassel fighting for it. And Fassel's going to smoke this one down the field, and it is intercepted by Peddie. Really nice job there by Allie Hulbig. Hulbig, one of the standout softball players for that Peddie softball team as well. Now on the sideline is Alex Finelli. It'll get knocked out of bounds, and it'll go back to Peddie. Under 8 minutes to go here. Just a reminder, our clock counts up and not down. So 30-minute halves here. This is the first of 4 varsity matchups taking place here between the Peddie Falcons and the Hun School Raiders on a beautiful fall day here at Hun. Sun is behind the clouds, so it is getting a bit chilly here. The wind is starting to pick up. The girls' soccer matchup is about to get underway. We have some dangerous play down near the Hun goal, but whistle will go against Peddie, and Maura Kelly set to get this one away. Mariah Speller with a nice job. Here comes Speller. Speller to Washington. This one sails wide left. Another great opportunity for the Falcons. Drew Washington, a junior from Bordentown, New Jersey, finds this one just to the left of the cage. Comes Kelly once again, trying to get it by Speller. Speller doing a great job there defensively to knock it away. Schoonmaker trying to get it back towards the forwards, her fellow forwards on Peddie. Sickmuller giving chase. And eventually it will land on the stick of Delia Lawver. Julia Revok now in the game, works it towards Fassel. And a whistle against Hun, knocking it away for the Falcons down to the middle of the field. And this is, once again, Lawver. Lawver sticking with it. Fighting for possession, gets knocked down, no whistle. Here comes Coyle. Coyle across midfield. And a nice play by Sophia Albanese into the game for the first time here today. Nice job by the seniors of this Hun Raider team, defensively keeping the Raiders in it for the majority of that first half. Albanese, a standout defensive player here for the Raiders. Yes, you see Consoli there knocking it away, looking for Sickmuller. Lawver giving chase. Lawver, one of the leaders on this team. She is a junior midfielder from Pennington, New Jersey. And here comes Albanese. Albanese can really put a charge into one. And she's going to loft this one toward midfield. Revok fighting for possession. Can't quite get to it. Here's Revok again. Sickmuller loses her stick. And a whistle against the Raiders, actually. So it'll be Peddie ball. Here comes Coyle. Over to Hulbig. Speller tries to knock it towards the goal. And this one is knocked away. A nice job by Katie Consoli. Trying to keep it in is Kate Davis on the far sideline. Kate Davis, a very talented forward here for the Raiders. Always creating shot opportunities. Revok gets her stick tangled with a Falcon player. A whistle is blown. And we play on. Coyle going to take it back a few yards. On this very field, you will see the Raiders and Falcons going at it for the football portion of today's Hun Petty Day. As the game very well could decide the Maple Championship. Petty coming in at 5-1 on the year. Their only loss to Poly Prep. Hun coming in at 6-0 on the year. Defeated Poly Prep by a score of 16-0. So should be a pretty even matchup here. Petty has an extremely talented team, and Hun has just been very consistently excellent throughout this season. If Hun wins, they win the Maple tournament outright, as they would have all the tiebreakers. If Petty wins, they would have to beat Blair the following week to take home the Maple crown. Here comes Coyle for the Falcons. Coyle works it past Kelly. Nice stick work here. But that's Charlotte Stout, who's been pesky all day long. Speller ricochets it to Coyle. Coyle trying to get a shot off. Coyle with a backhand. This one hits the back of the net, but I believe a whistle was blown beforehand. So whistle will blow it dead, no shot, and a corner upcoming for the Falcons. That's number 16, Sophie McClellan there to the left of Coyle. We'll see if this one goes back to Coyle. And it does. Coyle, at top of the key, unloads, gets deflected. Crawling after it is Dargan, and we have another corner opportunity for the Falcons. So Hun will continue to do this. It is a running clock. About a minute 40 to go here in the first half. Another great defensive job by the Raiders. Hun's defense has really been the story of this first half. They've had a lot of scoring opportunities, has Peddie, and Hun's defense has risen to the occasion with the help of some of their seniors being honored here on Senior Day. And just recently by the work of Charlotte Stout, Sophia Albanese, and here comes Kate Davis. Davis, one of the faster players on the field. Whistle blown. Van Kralingen now gets it towards the center of the field. Marissa Kay gets it to Sickmuller. Sickmuller now with a little bit of momentum here. Fassel gets it towards the goal, knocked away by Peddie's defender. That was 21, Ellie Hulbig. Fighting for it is Davis. Davis now has it. Let's see what we can do here. 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Clock still running. Kelly, and a miss hits it. Hits the bottom of her stick. Can't really get a good pass, but here comes Rivak. Rivak trying to find Davis. 3 seconds left, and that'll do it for the first half. An outstanding effort for both teams, the Raiders and the Falcons, but we will enter the first half tied. Hun at 6-10-1 on the year, the Falcons at 9-4-1 on the year, and the Raiders are really fighting to stay into this game. Their defense has been outstanding, led by Shannon Dargan in goal, and Maura Kelly and Charlotte Stout, some of the standout players here for this Hun team, keeping the score at 0-0. We're going to take a break here for halftime, and we'll be back with second half action. The score is 0-0. We are all tied here in the opener of Blair Peddie Day. We'll be back right after this. Getting set to start the second half of play here as the Hun Raiders are tied with the Peddie Falcons in what has been a defensive battle here at the Natale Family Field in Game 1 of 4 varsity matchups here today between Hun and Peddie. Hun coming into the game 6-10-1, Peddie coming into the game 9-4-1, and Hun's defense has really done just an outstanding job here so far today. See if they can get something going offensively as we will start the second half. 30 minutes running time. Our clock counts up, so when it gets to 60, that's when the game will be over. And Hun starting with it already, threatening inside the Peddie zone. Julie Fassel fighting for possession, and a whistle against the Raiders will send it back to Peddie. Schoonmaker to hit this one in for the Falcons. I want to thank everybody that was able to join us from watching the previous link, as we did have to move to a different link, so thank you for your patience there. And if you're watching and you have some other people that are watching that might have the wrong link, please direct them in the right direction. On that first link, there will be a link in the description that will send you right here where I'm talking. So thanks for joining us today. Beautiful day here, about 52 degrees, a little bit of cloud cover, but a perfect fall day, perfect day for some athletics here. And we have our first corner opportunity for the Raiders. So Sophia Albanese will get it in, and she'll be looking for Julie Fassel, who has been dubbed the corner queen. Fassel stops it, and we have a whistle. And Van Kralingen is going to have to leave the zone as she left a little bit early from the goal. So that puts Hun at a man advantage now. Albanese going to get this one in. Not a great pass as this one kind of got stuck on the ground a little bit, so wasn't able to get it to Fassel. And here's Coyle, and she will work it down to Finelli. Finelli with some great speed, poked away by Fassel. And Coyle will now take it for the Falcons. Lots of seniors that were honored before today's game, including Marissa Kay, Tatiana Swain, Katie Consoli, Christina Sickmuller, Maura Kelly, Gabby Cifelli, Charlotte Stout, Megan Ward, Sierra Hessinger, and Shannon Dargan. Dargan doing a great job in net as this pass intended for Finelli goes toward the sideline, keeps it in bounds. Nice hustle there by Finelli. Speller has been all over the field. Speller, a sophomore, fantastic athlete, multi-sport athlete for the Falcons. And Coyle, leader of this Peddie team, one of the captains, as is marked by the yellow band on her left calf. Coyle gets it towards the net. This one knocked away by Dargan. And another opportunity thwarted by this Hun defense. Julie Fassel is the one that stops this one. And now a corner for Peddie. No score yet. It has been a defensive struggle. Girls' soccer game is underway. We'll keep you updated with scores of that one. Here's Coyle. Coyle moving to her right. Fires this one towards the goal. And a great job by Charlotte Stout once again. Charlotte Stout has been outstanding. Outstanding? I was trying to do something there. Didn't work. She's been great. Washington deflects this one towards the goal, and it goes wide left under a diving Dargan. And an upcoming, nope, this won't be a corner. Peddie will just inbound it. This one will travel out of bounds. Davis can't catch up to it, so it'll go back to Peddie. Here comes Coyle. Coyle looking for Speller. Ball goes high in the air. We got a high stick, and Hun will take it. Kelly now works it toward the far sideline. Nice job by Consoli to get this one away, and here we go. Kate Davis down the far sideline. Gets it past Van Kralingen. Revock trying to help out. And a whistle goes against Revock. Coyle trying to set up her offense here, and she will get it down the sideline. Giving chase over there was Lawver. Sickmuller working against Speller now. Lawver getting in the mix. Speller still has it. And this one picked off by Hun. Sophia Albanese working it down the far sideline. Here's Revock with it at midfield. Giving chase is Kate Davis. She's got some steps. She's got Fassel to her left. Doesn't see her, and it'll go out of bounds. But some excitement here for this Hun offense as Sophia Albanese started this one off with a nice clearing pass. As we said, Hun girls soccer and Peddie soccer going at it on the far right field. Hun won the last matchup, which was a quarterfinal game of the state tournament on that very field. We streamed a Hun girls soccer game on Monday as they took down Lawrence High School in game one, in the consolation game of the Mercer County tournament. Kara Borden knocking in a game winner in overtime. Everybody was really excited. Still are. Campus still buzzing over that one. 23 minutes to go here in the second half. Coyle tries to get this one downfield. She finds Washington. Here's Hulbig across midfield. Gets it through the gauntlet. Here comes Finelli. Finelli working against Consoli. It'll go out of bounds. And it will be a corner here for Peddie. Peddie with a number of these corner opportunities. Nothing doing yet. Schoonmaker finds Coyle, a slow pass. Coyle back to Schoonmaker. And a different approach here, but the same result as this one goes out of bounds. So usually what we've seen is the pass coming from Schoonmaker or Speller to Coyle, and Coyle immediately shooting it. This time, a little give-and-go action, which is a different look, but Hun's defense was up to the task. So Peddie will take it from the far sideline now, as we have a pretty, I have to say, a pretty impressive football tailgate from the Falcons going on to our right. Corner opportunity here for the Falcons. Schoonmaker works it to Coyle. Coyle a little bit toward the top of the key. To her left, that's Hulbig. Shot deflected. Cleared out by Albanese. What a play by this Raider defense. That was a set, drawn-up play for the Falcons, and it was well executed, but Hun's defense, once again, up to the task. Schoonmaker working for possession against Albanese. Albanese gets it out to Lawver. And this one will travel out of bounds. Hun defense today has been relentless. Here's Coyle down the far sideline. Chased down by Albanese. Albanese able to rest her legs up for most of that first half. Albanese, one of the captains on this Hun team from Mercerville, New Jersey. Only a junior, so she'll be back for one more year in a Hun uniform. Speller is going to pass this one in. Taking over for Schoonmaker, and this one will go eventually to Coyle. And we'll have another corner opportunity for Peddie. Number 20 over here, not listed on our roster. I believe that's Bridget Wood. And I can't see if that went in the goal or not. It did not go in. It went outside of the goal. So just kicked away by Dargan. Man, that was close. So a little bit of confusion there, but on my part, actually, not from anybody on the field. Still no goal. 0-0 the score. Under 19 minutes to go here in the second half. Hun's defense really putting on a clinic here. Their offense has been pretty well rested. So here's Maura Kelly. Going to try to boom this one. No, she won't. She's just going to try to work it down the sideline, get it onto the stick of the speedster Kate Davis, but it's back to Speller. And here's Sickmuller. Sickmuller smartly, wisely, works it down to the other end of the field to Julie Fassel. A great pass by Sickmuller. Fassel neck and neck with Van Kralingen. Also showing some wheels there for Peddie. Here comes Fassel. Could be our first opportunity here for the Raiders. Abby Lloyd in goal for Peddie. Basically could probably have taken a nap today. He's had no opportunities for saves. And here's Charlotte Stout. Stout trying to get it back beyond midfield. In the Peddie defensive zone. Can't do it. Pettie's going to take over. JV girls soccer underway on the far left field. Still no score of the varsity girls soccer game to the far right. Once we hear a big cheer, we'll let you know what happened. This one will go out of bounds. Maura Kelly. Try to knock this one downfield for the Raiders. Takes a huge swing and whiffs. Drops her stick, and here comes Speller. Speller with it for the Falcons. Knocked away momentarily by Stout. Speller still has it, backhands it, and Katie Consoli knocks it down. This one goes a little bit too high, and it'll be Hun ball. Kelly puts a charge into this one, but it travels all the way out of bounds. Kate Davis unable to come up with it. Coyle sizing up her options, just going to whack this one downfield. Deflected by Albany. Speller with it once again. Speller all over the field today. And a nice battle watching both 15s, Albanese and Speller. Speller tries to get it towards the middle of the field. Drew Washington deflects it over to Coyle. We have some bodies on the ground. Some physical play here as we approach 15 minutes to go here in the second half. And this will be a corner opportunity once again for Peddie. We'll see what they draw up. Coyle with it on her stick. Just tries to whack this one towards the goal. To no avail. Katie Consoli doing a great job all game long, just getting in the way of those shots. Dargan on the ground, just trying to whack at it with her stick. She can't do it. And this will eventually go towards the top of the key, so to speak, here. And cleared away by Hun. Giving chase is Davis. Davis wins it. Davis looking for Revok. Revok centering pass to Fassel, and it gets taken away by Van Kralingen. So any kind of offensive momentum here by Hun has been quickly thwarted by Peddie. Comes Davis once again. Davis to Revok. Revok back to Sickmuller. Sickmuller looking for Fassel on the outside. Lawver giving chase as well. Coyle. Crush this one downfield. It'll go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line of the football field. And we're under 14 to go here in the second half. Still no score. A senior day here for the Raiders as we honored our seniors here before the start of the game. You can see their posters along with balloons down there on the fence just beyond the track. Pretty special day here for the Raiders. Here's Kelly. Trying to get it to Davis. Davis fighting with Schoonmaker on the sideline, and it'll go back to Peddie. Schoonmaker gets this one intercepted by Sickmuller. Sickmuller looking for Fassel and taken away by Peddie. Nice job defensively there by Annie Drain. And now here's Fassel. Fassel putting the Jets on. Working against Van Kralingen. Van Kralingen is going to knock this one out of bounds, but it'll be Hun ball. So here comes Fassel. She's going to inbound it to Lawver. Another whistle, and it'll go back to Fassel. So we'll do this all over again. Peddie setting up their defense. Lawver can't handle it. Van Kralingen on the ground. And the whistle will go against Peddie. And we have another body down on the ground. That was Lawver. And it'll go back to Peddie. So Coyle going to size this one up. No, we have a timeout on the field. Still knotted at 0. The defenses of both teams have been outstanding. Hun has been up to the task, thwarting every single corner opportunity for Peddie. Shannon Dargan doing a great job. A full team effort here by the Raiders. 0-0, just under 12 minutes to go here. And we'll be back right after this timeout. All right, under 12 minutes to go here as Hun hosts Peddie in this Maple matchup here during Hun Peddie Day, and the first of 4 varsity matchups here today. First of 2 on the Natale family field, brand new turf field that was constructed just last year. And Peddie fans starting to file in, the Hun students starting to file in, making for a great atmosphere here at the Hun School. Comes Sophia Albanese. She's going to knock this one in for the Raiders. Albanese, one of the 2 captains on this Hun team. She will loft it down the right sideline, and this will now be Peddie ball. Coyle, one of the captains for the Falcons, knocks this one past midfield. Albanese gets a stick in her face from Washington, and this will be Hun ball. Kate Davis on the far sideline fighting for possession. It goes back to Coyle. Coyle working down that far sideline, and another whistle. If you don't like hearing whistles, don't go to a field hockey game, ladies and gentlemen. If you do, it's a great place to be. And Kate Davis, I believe, served with a card there, so she'll be out for just a little bit. Still no score in the varsity girls soccer game or the JV girls soccer game for that matter. We will keep you updated as the day goes on. Coyle will knock this one out of bounds. She was looking for her teammate Amy Winnick. Couldn't find her. Apologies for the graphic covering the screen there for a little bit since our timeout. Schoonmaker here, surrounded by Hun defenders. Schoonmaker fighting for it. Julie Fassel on her back. 0-0 the score here. It's been a defensive matchup so far here today. Fassel trying to get out in front of this Peddie defense. Fassel crushes this one towards Kate Davis. Davis now giving chase. Here's Davis. Davis with some space. Kate Davis gets this one knocked away by Lloyd. Lloyd kicks it away. Here comes Fassel. Fassel with a shot on goal. Kicked away by Lloyd. Another opportunity for the Raiders. There's a lot of excitement in a short amount of time. And a nice job by this Hun offense. Trying to get something going here. We have a corner now for the Raiders. Here comes Fassel. Albanese tries to sneak this one in, but it's deflected out of bounds. Julie Fassel didn't really get all of that one. I believe her stick might have hit the ground as she was approaching the ball. Marissa Kay going to work this one in for the Raiders. Good pass to Sickmuller. Sickmuller looking for Fassel, and Coyle's going to knock it away. I believe she did so with her foot, though. So it'll be Hun ball once again, another corner opportunity. Albanese. Looking for Fassel. Fassel stops it, fires. Hits the ground once again. Doesn't get all of it. Sickmuller with the shot. No good. Albanese fighting for it. There's a scrum in the front of the net and a whistle. And it looks like we will have a free shot here for the Raiders. Or are they calling this a goal? We'll stop the clock momentarily. Oh, a penalty shot here for Sickmuller. See if we can break this scoreless tie. Shot, goal! Christina Sickmuller, the senior from Kenya, puts it in and breaks the tie for the Raiders. Hun on the board. And we're going to take another look at it here. The penalty shot for Hun going in. And we will slow it down for you so you can see this beautiful shot from Sickmuller. Not much Lloyd can do. And she rips this one right into the back of the cage. And a really, really nice job by the Hun senior. As everybody went crazy, and we are on the board. Great job by Sickmuller, and a nice job by this Hun offense to get an opportunity to provide that chance to get a shot on goal. Much more life into this Hun offense right now. Here comes Rivak. Rivak is fighting for possession with Schoonmaker. Here comes Kate Davis, who knocks it towards the middle of the field. Rivak looking for her teammate, Sickmuller. And here's Stout, Charlotte Stout at midfield with Finelli. And Schoonmaker with it. Fassel and Kay defending on the play. Goes out of bounds, back to Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker trying to get through the gauntlet of Kay and Fassel, and she just kind of inches her way down that sideline. Knocked out of bounds once again, so we'll do it all over again. Five and a half to go here. You'll see when our scoreboard in the top left corner of your screen hits 60, that will be the end of today's game. A good shot on goal by Coyle, but it goes off the side of the cage and out of bounds. So it will be Hun ball. Maura Kelly, a little bit more pep in her step, trying to get it back downfield to give Hun a little bit more insurance, some much-needed insurance. It's a very, very good Peddie Falcon team that they're playing here today, and Hun's defense has been outrageously effective. Here's Fassel on the near sideline. Chased down by Drain, excuse me. And it'll go back to Peddie. Schoonmaker with it. See Jamie McKee on the bottom of your screen. The athletic administrator taking some pics here. And here is Bridget Wood. Albany's defending. And this will eventually find the stick of Marissa Kay. Kay to Revock, all the way to Fassel. Now Hunt has really started to find a rhythm here. Fassel gets it beyond Drained. Here comes Fassel once again. The backhand toward the goal. Some contact there as Revock hits the ground. We'll see what the call is. I think the call might have been offsides. Lloyd gets this one deflected by Revock. Lawver giving chase. And a whistle against the Raiders. It'll be in Peddie's possession now. Score 1-0 now on the field hockey field and also on the girls soccer field as Hunt has just recently taken the lead. Hunt looking to hang tight here and keep the score as it is, potentially get some more on the board. Their lone goal. Knocked in by number 12, Christina Sick-Muller. Class of 2016, one of the seniors honored here today. She has been extremely valuable to this Hunt School squad. Here comes Fassel. Fassel almost like a running back in football. You just give the ball to run out the clock when you have the lead. Fassel gets this one beyond midfield. Van Kralingen is going to take it for Peddie. A nifty little backhand to Washington, but it'll eventually land on the stick of Sophia Albanese. Kate Davis going to knock this one out of bounds. Van Kralingen just threw a Noah Syndergaard fastball onto the field. The clock will stop momentarily. And it will go back on now as they stopped it just momentarily because that went onto the other field hockey field. But it is starting to run now, so we do have 1:20 to go in the game. Nice play by Lawver. Now Kate Davis on Coyle. Davis pokes it away. And cleared out by Lawver. Good team defense here by the Raiders. And this Raiders defense has really just been up to the task all game long. Under a minute to go. Crowd's starting to get into it. Coyle with a shot on goal. Deflected once again by the Hun defender. Maura Kelly tries to knock this one out of bounds, but I believe that's Speller who keeps it in. Whistle gets it back to Peddie. Shot towards the goal, knocked away by Consoli. Here comes Consoli, going to try to clear it out, and she'll work it to Fassel. Fassel with a backhand. Schoonmaker picks it off. Schoonmaker working towards the near sideline, tries to get it towards the goal. 5 seconds to go. 4 seconds left. And that will do it. What an effort by this Hun School team as they mob Shannon Dargan in goal. A perfect way for the seniors to finish their career on this very field. The goal by Christina Sickmuller puts Hun ahead, and they stay ahead 1-0. But the story of this game was Hun's defense. An outstanding job all around. And thank you to the seniors who participated in today's game, leading to the victory for the Raiders. Marissa Kay, Tatiana Swain, Katie Consoli, Christina Sickmuller, who put in the penalty shot to put the Raiders ahead. Maura Kelly, Gabrielle Cifelli, Charlotte Stout, Megan Ward, Sierra Hessinger, and Shannon Dargan in goal. A tremendous team effort leading to the victory here for the Raiders. Your final score, Raiders 1, Falcons 0. We'll be right back in about 2 hours and change, in about an hour and change for the start of the football game. 3:30 p.m. is the start of that one. We will go on the air at 3 to do some of our Senior Day ceremony, and we will bring that one to you live. Go to the Hun School website to get the links. You can search Hun Football versus Peddie on YouTube, and it'll take you there as well. Thanks so much for joining us here. Thank you to our helpers, our producer Grant, our producer Cyrus, and we will be with you in about an hour, maybe a little bit less than an hour, in 50 minutes for the football game. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.